Hi guys, welcome along to the channel again. It's Alan here from Plant Powered Fitness Munich. I create content around personal development, fitness, nutrition, business development, spirituality, etc. So, you know, if you find that any of the content in the video resonates with you and you'd like to find out more about what we do, please just gently tap on the subscribe button. Also just touch on the notification button and you won't miss any of the content that I'll be producing. Today guys, what I'd like to talk about is the creation of habits in order to get to your goals. You know, it often happens in many different aspects of life, whether it be fitness, business, diet, spirituality, is people can end up getting themselves very, very motivated to start with and embark on a project, say for instance, to keep it to one subject, say fitness, say for instance. People will go online, they'll watch YouTube videos, inspiring stories, radical changes in people, and get tremendously motivated to embark on a fitness program themselves. And they'll keep it up for maybe 2 or 3 weeks, and then it will just fizzle out as the motivation starts to decline. Because you can't get to your goal just on motivation alone. Motivation will last for a while and comes in cycles. But how do you bridge that gap between being motivated, losing the motivation, and then keeping going? The key to it is to form positive habits. Habits. There's a fantastic book by a guy called James Clear called Atomic Habits, where he goes into this in great detail. And it's well worth a read, so I'd recommend that book. But the bottom line is that, you know, scientific research has led people to believe that it takes approximately 30 days to create a habit. And this is what you want to have. You want to have an arsenal, if you like, of really positive habits that you can bring into your life that means that when you're not motivated, the habits that you've formed keep you going. So 30 days to create a habit. That means that you can create positive habits, and it will also take 30 days to get rid of a negative habit. So one of the things that I would recommend doing before you embark on a new project, a new program, fitness, business or whatever, is when you get that motivational phase and you're really hyped up and you're ready to go, consider the habits that you would instill during that phase and work on the habits rather than work on the project. So for instance, to give you an example, if you again looking at fitness in isolation, you're massively motivated, you want to lose weight, you want to get yourself really fit for your holiday in the summer. Right, what am I going to do first thing? Rather than run off to the gym and embark on a massive training session off the back of this motivation, take that motivation and switch the focus. Sit down, write down a list of habits that you want to instill so that when the motivation has gone, you can keep the whole project going. So for instance, with regards to fitness, it might be that you sit down and say, okay, what's going to keep me going when the motivation has dissipated? Right, maybe I can create a habit of getting up every day at 5:30 a.m. in the morning and doing a power walk. Maybe if I can spend the next 2 or 3 weeks just laying the groundwork for that habit, getting that engram laid into the brain and creating that habit so that I know that I've got that fallback, that anchor, if you like, that's going to keep me going. Maybe you would write down as well on your list of habits that you want to create that you want to cut out certain foods in your diet. So it might be, okay, I've got a little bit of a penchant for chocolate. Maybe I'm going to create the habit of negating chocolate from my diet over the next 30 days and create a habit there. And so on and so forth. You get the idea. You're writing down things, brainstorming if you like, things that you can instill in terms of positive habits and things that you can eradicate. Write them down and then use your motivation to concentrate on those habits. And by doing that, what will happen is that when the motivation is long gone, the habits are still there. And then what happens is that's where the discipline kicks in. Because when the motivation is long gone, it's the discipline that keeps you going. And you can only really apply discipline with habits. Again, I often use the military as an analogy for how they instill this in their recruits and so forth. You know, they get them up early in the morning. They get them used to having a run first thing. They get them used to jumping down and doing 20 press-ups just off the cuff. And all of these habits that they create in these recruits, they do it not just because they want to discipline them, they do it because they know that when those people are put into a stressful situation, that they'll have those habits to fall back on, that anchor, to keep them going when they're in a real high-stress combat situation. Now, we're not in a combat situation in life on a day-to-day basis, hopefully, but you know, we all have our own theatre of combat in the world. You know, we have our issues that we have to deal with on a daily basis. We have our workplace, we have our responsibilities at home and family and stuff like that. So we all have challenges that we have to deal with on a daily basis. So look at it as your own arena, and you're creating your own disciplines and habits to get you through these situations and to make life easier in the long run. Creating habits is a way of creating flow. But the thing is, you've got to create positive habits, obviously, and for many people, the number of negative habits outweigh the number of positive habits. So another thing you want to focus on is actually eradicating negative habits. It could be anything. It could be smoking, it could be eating junk food, it could be alcohol if alcohol is a problem for you. Eradicate those habits using the 30-day principle. And then what's really important is to replace those negative habits with positive habits. It's no good eradicating the negative habits if you haven't got something to replace them with. Okay guys, so I hope that video has been a little bit of help for you. Gives you something to focus on. As I say, the book by James Clear, Atomic Habits, very much worth a read. Get those habits under your belt before you start to embark on a project. That's the biggest takeaway that I could give from this video. So, thanks for watching guys. I'll see you on the next video. Keep moving forward, onwards and upwards. Take care now.